you see a NWS pop up on your HUD. That means nose wheel steering. So we have turned our nose wheel steering on. It is currently on nose wheel steering low, and we can set it to nose wheel steering high. So on nose wheel steering low, our nose wheel axis is like, it can only bank to about 45 degrees. If we hold our nose wheel steering button, that turns it to nose wheel steering high. That will allow us to pivot 180 degrees in either left or right, which allows us to make pivot turns, thus being very useful on a carrier, because you need to make tight turns in a fucking 18.
Yeah.
All right, so what we'll do, we will just slowly, and I mean very slowly, make our way to the catapults.
Is my brakes on?
Your brakes should not be on. Go ahead and push your toe brakes in. No, your brakes are not on. Look down to your left just a little bit. Your parking brake is not on. Are your wheel chocks completely off? Yes. Let's give it a little bit more power.
Power. A little bit more power. There we go.
Yep. And remember to be in nose wheel steering high. And go ahead and get on the second catapult to the left of me. So just try and line up with the cat. And over top of the blast pad, this giant fucking yellow box, just stop there for me. Keep in mind while you're taxiing, you don't really want to be pushing in your toe brakes. You can, but you're going to have to apply power if you do. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, so you can stop right about there. Nice. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to look down to our right, on our right angled panel below our hook switch, our hook lever. There is our wings, our wing spread.
Yeah,
we will turn that knob to spread. We will visually look back at our left and right wing to make sure they are folding down. So go ahead and look back at them. They're folding down. Make sure the other one's folding down. Once they are completely folded down, wait about 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. And press the O key as in Oscar on your keyboard. That will lock them in place.
I've never done that.
Yep. Look back at your wing spread thing. Let me make sure it's locked into place. Look back at that knob. It is. So when you press O, if you press it again, you can see on that knob it actually pulls it out. So what you're doing is you're pushing that in to lock it in.
When I'm taking off from a carrier, I've never locked it in. Is that bad?
That's bad.
What happens if I don't lock them in? Because it seems like my thing floofed is fine.
If you pull too many G's, you can quite literally cause you can cause structural damage to the airplane and rip your wings at a lower load factor by not locking them in.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So now what we're ready to do, we are ready to actually line up on the cat. So what I will do is I will just slowly pull forward, and you can use external view if you need help. But what you want to do, you want to position your airplane to where your nose wheel is behind the little thing that you actually attach to. But relatively close. So you can bring it up a little further. Don't put too much power in. Stop. Okay, stop right there. That was too far, but you probably will be fine. Go ahead and in your cockpit.
God damn it, this fucking external view. Why is it doing this rotating shit?
You're pressing F3, press F2. There you go. All right. So now what you need to do is on your left angled panel, if you want to look at that, there you go. Launch bar down to extend. Then press the uniform key.
Is it Alt U or just you?
Just you.
Yeah, I'm too far up.
All right, so what you'll have to do, you'll have to go into nose wheel steering high, and you'll have to turn around and try again. You don't have to fold your wings back up, but make sure your launch bar is retracted so you can actually turn your wheel. And make sure your nose wheel steering's on. Make sure your nose wheel steering's on before you do any power.
Okay, apparently that wasn't on.
The right, yep, and then make sure it's set to high. So just hold it down as you're turning. Hold it down as you're turning. It's not on high. You'll see NWS high on your HUD. There you go. And you don't want to put too much power in, because if you put too much power in and you're turning at a sharp angle, you'll just skid your wheel and you'll just go off the deck. So I'll let you get line backed up here. Yeah, so you don't want to overshoot that little thing you actually latch into. I'm not sure what it's called.
Yeah. I just thought
Yeah, you don't need as much throttle as you think to get moving.
a little crooked, but this thing's gonna correct it.
Yep. Yeah, just keep going. Don't want to give it too much power. Just roll it in. Right there is good enough. Now you can get your launch bar down and press U, and you should lock into place. Oh, press U again. There you go. You gotta just press it once. There you go.
It goes. I think it's because I was holding my brakes on.
All right, so we're almost ready to launch. Go back into your cockpit. Now what we need to do, oh, you're actually using the radio. That's funny. Yeah, don't do that right now. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to set up our jettison for our fuel tanks. So what I want you to do is where your fuel page is, where your fuel, all your fuel indicators, like your fuel flow and your remaining fuel down on the left below your left MFD. To the left of that, there is the station select buttons. There should be 5 buttons in total. Center, LI, RI, LO, RO. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Select center, LI, and RI. Now, on the big fancy knob, if you look below that down to the left, you should see the big jettison button.
Yep.
Yep, the knob that is not the button itself, but the knob around it, cycle that down to stores. Down to stores. So you should right click it a few times to get down to stores.
I was looking at the top. Okay.
You're good. So now, when your master arm is on, when you have your master arm on and you are up in the air, if you and you don't have any weapons selected, if you press the weapons release button with these stations selected, if you press that big red jettison button, it will drop all of your tanks. You can change this if you wanted to drop only the outer tanks. You could do LI and RI and unselect center. Or if you just wanted to drop your center tank, you could just select center. For this demonstration, we're going to be dropping all of them.
Okay.
With that, we are ready to take off. So I will let you go ahead and I will form up on you. I'll let you take lead. Real quick, before you go.
Too late. My screen just went black.
You just blacked out on takeoff. That's all right. You're doing just fine. We can do this in the air.
I've never blacked out while taking off.
You got to be looking straight ahead.
I am. I hit 5 on the numpad. That's defaults to center.
That's awkward. Press F to bring your flaps up to auto. And you are climbing very steep right now. You need to nose down because you are going to stall your plane out. So I'm trying to get up to you currently. Keep in mind you're very heavy, so climbing like that is very sketchy. Alright, so I'm catching up with you here. What I want you to do, I want you to try and hold 300 knots straight and level. So currently you're still in a little bit of a climb. I'm going to overtake you here. Hold on. Yep, so just stay straight and level. So the little, that little thing that looks like an airplane on your HUD, that is your flight path indicator. Try and get your flight, not the thing that looks like a W, but the thing that looks like a circle with 3 lines sticking out of it.
Ah.
That is where your aircraft is going. Technically, it is where your aircraft will be in the next 6 seconds, but that is a little more advanced. Remember, I want you to hold 300 knots. Also, your gear is down.
I believe G pulls that up, right?
Yeah, that is correct. Your gear is up now. All right, so holding 300 knots, I'm going to catch up with you and form up on your right. This weather kind of blows, but it's all right. All right, so if you look off your right wing now, I should be just off you. All right, so what I want you to do now, the master arm button that is on the left-hand side. Actually, I'm going to tell you autopilot first because it's going to make your life a whole lot easier while I'm trying to teach you this stuff. So stay straight and level. So try and get those, try and get your flight path indicator directly on the 0 elevation bar. Nice. Now what I want you to do, I want on the UFC where we did all the IFF, TACA, and ILS stuff, I want you to click AP. And then, yep, just click AP.
I wish I could click while looking. I wish that was a feature.
That's why TrackIR is great.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that eye tracker. All right, you said AP autopilot on.
And then do B out. Yeah, you don't need to turn it on. It'll automatically turn on. Press B out. This is barometric altitude hold. This will hold your altitude that you're at.
Ew.
B out.
Oh,
You press
alt.
the circle.
Alt.
Yeah. B alt. There you go. So now you are in a barometric altitude hold. This is super neat because you can do shit in your airplane without having to think about if you are climbing or descending. Another thing you can do is if you look back up at your HUD, get to about 300 knots.
It's me or is my in front of my airplane missing? Or is that the no, it's a special kind of gray that just looked like the sky.
All right, so what I want you to do, get to 300 knots, and when you're at 300 knots, I want you to press T, as in tango. All right, so now, oh, no, don't adjust your throttle. Yeah, it's flashing right now, so just hold, trying to hold an airspeed as best you can, and press T. 300 is like the golden formation speed, basically. This will turn on your auto throttle. It'll hold your throttle at whatever airspeed you have selected it at. Very nice. So now you are holding 300 knots. And you are in barometric altitude hold. Very useful. All right. So now what I want you to do, on your left-hand side, to the left of your left MFD, there's the master arm switch. I want you to turn that to arm. Very nice. Okay. Now what I want you to do, I want you to press the AG button above that. This is your air-to-ground mode. This brings up on your left MFD your stores page, and on your right MFD your ground radar. So on your stores page, on your left MFD, we're going to configure these bombs to drop. So what we need to do, on the top left corner, you should see 82 Bravo. Go ahead and click the key that corresponds to that, so the key right above that. This will select the weapon. We will then go to mode, click on mode, set it to CCIP.
Man, this is a lot to fucking remember.
Then we will go to M-Fuse, this is our manual fuse. We will set it to nose. We will then set our E-Fuse to instant, INST. You can set delays, but that's only if you're going for like bunkers or hard targets. where you need like a millisecond delay for it to, because once it's more complicated shit. Don't worry about it. All right. So now you might be wondering, where the fuck are we flying? Because currently we are in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. I actually have no idea where we are. We're in the middle of the ocean somewhere. So we want to get to a place to fucking kill, right? So let's go to waypoint 1. How do we do that? On the center MFD, towards your penis, the center screen, if you zoom in on that, on the right-hand side of your MFD, there should be an up and down arrow. Do you see that?
On the right, yeah.
All right, so click the keys that correspond with that and cycle up to waypoint 1. Nope, not that. That is just your brightness gain. That is your gain. On the actual MFD, there should be a green up and down arrow.
Oh.
Yep, so click that to 1. That will set waypoint 1.
Not seeing where's what I'm. Oh, okay.
What's up, boys?
Nice. All right, so once you have done that, click the WYPT button, that is waypoint. Click the button that corresponds with that above that. Now you have some symbology set up on your HUD that will tell you which way to turn and what heading you need to fly in order to get there. If you look up at your HUD, you should see a little rectangular box on the left of your compass card at the top of your HUD, right?
No. Wait, what am I looking for?
On your HUD, your
Heads up display.
On the compass card at the top of your HUD that gives you your heading.
Oh, okay.
On the far left, you should see a rectangular box. That means that the most efficient way to turn to the heading that you need is going to be to your left. Don't begin turning yet. Stay straight and level. You might have just disengaged your autopilot, so re-engage your autopilot. Re-engage your barometric altitude hold. You might have disengaged it.
So wait, I just want to ask real quick. Are you teaching this guy how to do navigation?
I'm teaching this guy to do everything.
Oh, okay. See, it took me a while to fit in the F-16 to learn navigation, shit like that. But
I'm teaching him how to fly before he fucking does anything.
Well,
all right, so your barometric altitude's on. So now that you have a waypoint selected, what we can do, instead of like turning to the target, which obviously, you know, depending on how you want to egress into your target might be viable, what we're going to do, we're going to use the autopilot to actually turn us. This way we can stay at the same altitude and we can use autopilot to get us on our course.
Okay.
So in the autopilot, click autopilot again because it just went away. Press CPL. This is coupled mode, and I will follow you in the turn. This will automatically turn you to any waypoint or TACAN that you have set up. Then I'll just stay off your wing here. And you'll see once we get a little bit closer to the heading that we need to roll out on, you'll see that that rectangle on our compass card begin to come into that. There is a little triangle on the bottom of our compass card. That is the heading we are currently flying. And the heading we need to fly is the rectangular box.
We'll get an autopilot running like that. That makes life easier. I'm gonna fucking forget all this, but I'm gonna have to do this like 20 times before it's like even remotely committed to memory. And even then, I'm gonna be like, ah!
Just keep in mind, every aircraft there are hundreds of hours of learning for each aircraft. So that's why I'm starting you with the 18, just because it's probably the easiest and most efficient to get used to.
How the fuck is the A-10 not the easiest? It's literally just a tank flying.
Dude, the A-10 is honestly one of the hardest to learn, but the easiest to master.
Snowboarding?
Yes, like snowboarding. I don't know, skateboarding's harder than snowboarding in my opinion.
Oh, 100%, but... well...
Yeah.
I would say that's different sports. I don't know. I would say I know how to snowboard, so I can't really comment on skateboarding. I can't skateboard for shit, but I look at snowboarding as there's way more dangerous shit you do in snowboarding than skateboarding.
Agreed. I enjoy snowboarding more than I do skateboarding.
Skateboarding is like snowboarding, but like
you fall, you just fucking hit pavement.
Dude, so my buddy, funny enough, I took him snowboarding, and I was talking so much shit. It's like, dude, you can't snowboard. And he's like, oh, he took that as a challenge. I'm like, oh, I could skateboard. He got off the fucking what's it called when your foot, your back foot, you're skating off your back foot, and not your lead foot?
Goofy?
Yeah. He got off the fucking the lift with his back foot strapped in, and without his front foot loose. And I was telling him, dude, don't do that, and he didn't listen to me. And he got off the fucking thing and twisted his goddamn ankle.
Nice.
Because he had his bet, you know, you're supposed to have you steer with your front, and then your back foot's out of the thing when you get out of the lift. Now, he had his back foot in there.
Alright, so I'm going to have a teaching moment real quick. On your right MFD, press the menu button. We don't need our ground radar for what we're doing. Press the menu button.
On the right one?
Yep, on the right MFD. It should be the middle button, then the bottom.
Doesn't say menu, though.
I know. Whatever. Now press the SA page on your right. This is your Situational Awareness page. So when we turned on our data link, what we were doing, basically data link works as like, think of it like a spider web, right? The spider being you, your web being all other, friendly units that are emitting data link. If a bug, aka enemy, hits that web, or say a other enemy 18 or a friendly 18 spikes an enemy or sees an enemy on his radar, if he has his data link on and you have your data link on, you will see that enemy. You can also see friendly units noted as the circles with little lines. That line basically indicates their current azimuth to you.
And you're right on my dick.
Mm-hmm.
Are you manually or autopiloting?
Manually.
Well,
When you're following in a formation, you're really not using autopilot that much. I might use auto throttle occasionally, but I have to make very fine adjustments if we're flying this close.
Hey, could you give me any navigation tips? I only use the frog book currently. I'm planning to get playing push 3, but getting to places is my problem.
Have you done the actual training missions?
Yeah, I have.
It goes over navigation in the Frogfoot. Literally to cycle your waypoints, it's quite literally just shift tilde and control tilde.
Yeah, I know the second for my waypoints, how to get to my waypoints. It's just, what about if there's a place that I want to go that does not have a waypoint? What do I use?
That is why FC3 aircraft are dog shit. You cannot enter in waypoints in FC3 aircraft. Because you can't technically configure your aircraft, right? You can't actually adjust anything. So yeah, you're limited to actually the mission editor putting in waypoints for you.
So that means I'm gonna have to use that ruler tool. That's my only source of navigation.
That would be your source of navigation. If you're in a training server, normally we have all the areas pre-mapped. So if you're in SU-25, just cycle to waypoint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. And depending on what waypoint we are at, the waypoints are listed in the briefing. Just set your waypoint to that, and that will get you where you need to go.
All right, thank you for answering my question, bro.
Yep.
So last time I played this, I remember trying to fuel the tanker.
Yes. How'd that go?
I hit the basket a few times, but lost it.
Yeah, aerial refueling is it's tricky, but once you get it down, it's not too bad in the 18. The 18 is probably the easiest. The 18 is pretty fucking easy, but the 18 is probably the easiest basket catcher to refuel.
We'll have to try that after we drop these bombs.
Yep. So speaking of dropping things, what do you think we can drop right about now? Actually, we have we have plenty of fuel. We got 70 miles to go. We'll hang on to these bags for a little bit. You can look down at your fuel page and you can actually see.
Can you prioritize what fuel it grabs? Do it grab the centers before it grabs the sides, or is it even take?
You can. You do that. There is a little switch behind your throttle that determines what is actually flowing. I wouldn't fuck with it right now. I recommend watching a video on it. It can be a little complicated if you don't know what you're doing. Also, I recommend watching a lot of videos. We always shit on the Grim Reapers, but they do put out some good stuff. Or like growling sidewinders. Any tutorials on the 18. I literally recommend watching everything. Or maybe just the stuff that you're interested in, because you will learn something new in a video that you didn't know about that will fucking help you so much.
Exactly.
It's just a lot to take in right now, so it's like.
Also, one thing that we can do just to help us out, on your situational awareness page on your right MFD, the top button, you should see an indication. It says SCL-40.
Click it.
Yep, so click the button that corresponds to that. This will adjust your range that you're actually viewing your situational awareness at. So cycle that until it says 80 miles. You can zoom all the way up to 160, but keep it to 80. Or 60. Or whatever the fuck it says. 80. I'm pretty sure it should be 80. On this page, you see the 6 and the 8s?
Yeah.
So those are actually surface-to-air missile sites. That is showing us that there is a friendly somewhere has picked up surface-to-air missile sites in that area. We know they are there, and it's giving us their type, so SA-6, SA-8s, and it is giving us the range at which they could possibly shoot us at.
Seeing the SA whatever the fucks.
The what?
Said SA-6 whatever.
Yeah. It's just SAM sites, surface-to-air missiles.
Is 300 knots the best cruising speed?
No, but it's easiest to maintain a formation, and you're going to have the best fuel burn at 5,000 feet. But what we can do, since we probably don't want to be at 5,000 feet for much longer because we're going to have to go in the mountains, go ahead and press the middle button on your stick below your motherfucking four-way switch. This will disengage your autopilot.
Yep.
Now continue flying the same heading. So just keep that little triangle on your compass over that box. And what we can do, we can throttle up, not into afterburner, but we can throttle up and we can begin climbing. Let's go to 15,000 feet, and I'll follow you. You're in afterburner?
Mill?
Yep, try and go to mill power. Bring it back a little bit more. A little bit more. Still in afterburn.
Really?
Yep.
You guys in like a custom server?
And let's climb at about 15 degrees.
Going to 15,000?
15,000.
This auto pips or whatever does a thing so it actually holds where you stay, right? Like I know the F-18 or the Tomcat, you had to always adjust it.
The auto pips.
Not pip, aileron or something. I don't know.
Oh, yes, we're fly-by-wire. So basically, it's the flight computer computing the most optimal flight performance for us. So we're not actually having to really adjust our trim. We only really need to adjust our trim when we drop bombs. All right, nice. It doesn't have to be right at 15,000. We'll just make sure we're well over these clouds, and then we'll continue where we're going. Let's go ahead and throttle. Let's get about 350. Let's hold at 350. And just pick an altitude you like, and get your barometric altitude set, and make sure you're back into coupled mode.
What is the fucking button or whatever to get the
auto throttle?
Yeah.
T. I would get your barometric altitude set first, and your coupled waypoint set first before we do that.
If you
UFC and coupled, there you go, beautiful. All right.
If you can't get the track IR, you have some options with the gyroscope.
I was thinking about that eye tracker.
Yeah. I use the gyroscope on the cell phone. You can use that. You just strap the cell phone on your head. It works, man.
No, I have tracker. Dude, I bought a tracker a while back. I don't know where it's at. I know I had to have it attached to a hat on my head. That was annoying. The eye tracker shit?
Yeah, the face tracking, eye tracking, they just like drift around and it's not fun.
All right, so on your HUD, in the bottom right of your HUD, you see a range and then W1. You see like numbers and then W1. That is showing us our distance in nautical miles from waypoint 1.
Okay.
How far does it say for you?
32.210.
Nice. All right.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Yeah,
4,
okay. I got it. Fuck. Man.
Jeez.
So what we're doing, we're going in with dumb bombs, right? So in CCIP mode, what that means, it's computer calculated impact point. So on our HUD, when we nose over, think of it like, these are going to be unguided, right? So we're not using laser, we're not using GPS. We're literally trying to lob a bomb as precisely as possible to the ground to hit a fucking target, right?
Oh, I'm just wondering if I hit a mountain like with my plane, is it appropriate to say Kobe?
Too soon.
Because I feel like I used to be able to like drop a bomb in a spot and yell Kobe, but now I feel like it's more appropriate to smack a wall and go Kobe.
Too soon.
In like 2 years.
He was a good basketball player.
So we're currently getting spiked by those SA6s that are in front of us.
You're hearing that? Are you getting warnings?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
not getting any noise.
It's the SAM side.
You should be. Do you not hear a beedoo, 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 beedoo?
That's probably why I can't hear. Oh my God. Option, audio.
You should turn off all your audio.
What? I don't. Everything
helmet.
should be playing.
The helmet one.
It's at 100%.
You just turn it down.
Yeah, no. No spikes, nothing. Not getting that audio.
Okay, well, it's locking me, so that's all right. We also want to dive, turn 180 degrees backwards. Don't nose over immediately. Just fucking turn hard right, fly backwards where you just got launched at, because we flew in their zone of engagement. And now I gotta go defensive because I think that one's on me. It's tracking one of us. The missile doesn't have enough energy to really hit us. You want to dive towards the ground and away from the target because you're drawing that missile into more dense air, causing it, it's going to bleed off energy faster. Try and not die below 5,000 feet because there are mountains in this area, and there's a good chance that you could fucking just whack a mountain. You're going to be in the clouds for right now, so.
There's the mountains.
Yep. All right. Yeah, so those SAM sites are kind of a pain in the ass. It's not a lot of targets for us to really hit.
Yeah, I'm not getting any sounds or whatever, or lockdown, whatever the fuck.
So break out below the clouds, and I don't know what altitude that's going to be at for you because the clouds are going to be different for me. That's where I'm at. And what you want to do, you want to try and fly towards waypoint 1 now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try and bait out as many missiles as possible. I'm just going to get in their launch zone and just kind of fly around and hope I don't get shot down.
Patton, I have a question.
What's up?
Ah, shoot, I don't remember it.
And I got another missile out on me, so I'm going defensive. I got 2 missiles out, 3 missiles out on me.
What's the flare key, by the way?
Your bottom switch on your throttle. It is the one that is left and right. Flare would be the one on the right. Oh, sorry, on the left.
Bottom switch.
But
you mean the very bottom dongle?
The bottom 4-way switch on your throttle. On your right hand side of your throttle, where your thumb should be. Alright, so I evaded those missiles. I'm gonna go back in. What I'm trying to do, I'm gonna try and just bleed off as many missiles as they have so we can get in there and actually engage them. And what you need to do, you need to turn away when you hear that. That means a missile has been launched on you.
Yeah,
So you
I'm
need
not
to turn
getting
away.
anything.
You need to turn away from waypoint 1. I can hear your volume. I can hear your game. I'm watching your stream and I can hear it. Your audio settings, your headset is not bound or not set up for DCS. You need to fucking make sure your headset is turned on for your DCS. You need to turn to a heading of. Okay, those missiles are going to lose energy, but just don't turn around just yet because you're still evading. I can see them trailing you right now, behind you a little bit, off to your right. You can use your head-mounted device to look over to your right, and you should be able to see me. Not all the way to your right. There you go. I'm gonna fly back into the zone, see if I can't bleed off a couple more of their missiles.
Change there on the headphones. Yeah.
There you go.
If that works. Kind of want to fly into it just to find out.
You can hear your engine and shit, right?
Yeah, I could hear all that. I just couldn't hear any of the other stuff.
The thing with Flaming Chris 3 is that even though you can't set your own waypoints, it's a lot more easier to learn.
Fuck yeah, it is.
I mean,
all right. I believe, and I say I believe, we've defeated all their missiles because they are no longer locking me, and I can fly within their engagement zone, and I'm not getting launched at. So now you can turn back to waypoint 1.
The headphones are the helmet sounds.
A mighty grain of salt. So I'm going to turn directly in towards waypoint 1, and I might get shot at, but I should be able to defend it. If not, then I should just retire.
You should drop the bags now.
Yes. Now you can press your jettison button with your master arm on, and that will drop your bags. And I just dropped my bags, and my game froze. Oh, there we go.
Apparently, I dropped them.
You gotta press it 3 times to drop all 3.
I only pressed it once. It dropped 2.
Yep. Just press it again, and you'll drop the 3rd one. There you go.
Keep forgetting what servers this Discord has. It's the 162nd Caucus training server.
Can you use those as bombs?
We're in Caucus Training 2. Do what?
That's cool. Alright.
How do you do what now?
Can you use gas tanks as bombs?
Technically, yes. My favorite thing to do in open conflict is if you have people who have no idea what they're doing, aka literally everyone on blue team, I like to fly over top of them and literally drop a fucking tank on their head.
Yeah, has anyone ever actually,
That's genius.
It's fucking great, dude.
Who does the sim ground vehicles?
What?
Huh?
No, I mean airplanes. I literally fly, I just sneak behind them, fly on top of them, and fucking drop my tank on their fucking head.
Oh. You're a dick.
That's genius, man.
It's pretty neat, and it's pretty fucking funny when it happens.
Has no warnings, man. They had no warnings, and
no, they got no warnings. They're looking around for fucking air targets, and when I sneak up behind them and literally fucking fly over top of them and drop a fucking, like, oh, you gotta time it perfectly too. But like, if you can do it, it's so fucking funny.
I am 9 nautical miles. All right, so where's the? Okay, I know exactly where it is. What's my pickle left button?
It is your left button on your hotel.
Okay, and that little crosshair on the ground is telling me where. All right.
Yep. Keep in mind, for some reason, the wind speeds are extraordinarily way too fucking high. So CCIP drops are going to be inaccurate as fuck.
You want me hitting any red target or just
It's on your left.
You mean on my right?
No, you just pass it.
See a bunch of guys on my right.
Yeah, you can go down after those guys. Oop,
Be
we
on
got,
my
we got a
ass.
missile launch. Missile launch on you. Go defensive. Pop flares. Pop flares. Pop flares.
You are just above the SAM
Keep
site.
going defensive. Keep going defensive. Flare, 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 flare. Congratulations, you just dodged 2 missiles. You got another one out on you. Go defensive. Break right. Don't turn back at the fucking SAM site. Oh my god.
What?
I didn't even see anything hit me. I didn't even give me any. Yeah, I gotta fix my headset because I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, so the missiles that just got launched to you were IR guided missiles. You were just way too low, and they're not a good time. Not a good time.
All right, what fucking headphones? Those are the ones I'm using.
Oof, that sounded like the ground. Dude, why is the weather in this fucking mission right now? Like, why are the winds set to like 50 knots at surface? What the fuck? Like, my CCIP track is so fucked.
Well, I guess back to trying to carrier land.
Yeah, I guess there is always that.
Do I have to do any extra bullshit if I'm all that extra bullshit if I'm just gonna take off and land?
It's useful. Especially the TACAN and the ILS.
Alright. I really wish there was like a dongle just so I can move my fucking camera around easier.
I'm gonna gun this fucking vehicle that shot you. That pissed me off.
I usually use the HOTAS. You just map something on the HOTAS, some hat or something, and you move the camera around.
I have an IR tracker somewhere. I'm gonna have to find it.
Yeah, head tracking is way better.
I literally bought it for Arma 3. I was a guy for that.
You were a guy?
I was the airman for that.
Look at you doing Milsim things.
Oh, it wasn't bad. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew how to drop bombs on target.
What unit?
It was this fucking dumbassery fucking dudes. Dude was a cop and like to brag about how his girlfriend could kick my ass, and I was like, dude, I'm 300 pounds. I will literally fart in her direction.
That was like the weirdest like flex / insult to yourself that I could imagine.
Yeah.
Weird flex. Okay.
Never heard that before.
I'll fart in her general. No, he fucking one of those cops that like thinks he was something special.
What server you guys on? You're in Caucus, but which one?
Caucus training 2.
Training 2, roger.
Cock ass.
Yeah.
Now I'm hearing shit. Flight control.
It has been a while.
IFF just on TAC. That goes 7-4. Ella, that's 11. On. Wait, did I do this right? Yeah, it's on. 1-1. Enter DL. I'm putting DL on, right?
That is
Yeah.
data link.
Yeah, data link.
Gonna need that, cuh.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna need the fuck out of that motherfucking ass.
Yes,
data link.
Midnight, I love you.
The fuck?
Like, poor of a kitty.
Nice.
He wants attention.
Of course she does.
She doesn't like anyone in this house but me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't
So
blame them. They suck.
I could technically run you through like the gauntlet of fucking navigation and fucking air to ground and all that shit. What I highly fucking recommend, mainly because I'm a lazy fuck, I highly recommend watching videos on how to. Ooh, that flag is getting close. God damn. Hold on.
Yeah, you should do all the training stuff and watch all the videos you can and fly like 20 hours. That's the
Oh,
minimum.
shit.
Well, I'm assuming, you know, I'll just the other thing I could also do is just fly like a retard and then have you watch me flying like a retard, and when I have questions, eventually it'll stick in my head.
That's true.
That's one way to do it. That definitely is one way to do it.
I can help you with the F-18. I don't have it, so I don't know anything about this. I just know the general stuff and the A10 and the 25.
You know, it's funny you say weird flex, bro, because there was like one joke, some guy bragging how he'd kick Ronald Weasley's ass or some shit on Twitter, and someone messaged or tweeted him back going, "Regardium flexiosa." I am a 33-year-old man. Now, to be fair, that fucking movie came out when I was like fucking.
All right, Mr. Scottish, I am going to have to fucking hop off for a
What?
bit. Yes, I'm going to have to hop for a bit.
What?
I know you have all three of these people here, including Preacher.
Yes.
Who will gladly do sexual favors for you in return for training.
Sick that. Get out of here.
Yeah. All right, Scottish. If you obviously if you stick in the Discord, people will be around to help you. If you need specific training in anything, I'll gladly help you. If it's like the 18 or the fucking 14 or like anything but the Harrier, because I don't fucking know the Harrier that well. I'm not gonna lie. I know, right? If you need any specific training, I can help you. What I recommend, watching a lot of videos in your free time on the aircraft that you want to fly, how to get it working, how to fucking do air-to-ground, air-to-air shit, because those videos give you a visual representation of what you need to do versus me just telling you. Another thing that I recommend is while you are watching those videos or immediately after you watch a video on, say, air-to-air or air-to-ground, go into the mission editor and, you know, put down some ground targets or go into a training mission or a training server, go do exactly what that guy just did in that video that you just watched, and you'll learn like that. It's like a hands-on learning kind of thing. Other than that, I'm gonna go fucking peace out. I'm gonna go jerk off and get drunk. So I will talk to you guys at a later time.
Appreciate the help, man. I will be annoying you later. All right, whoever's watching me, what screen do I need to put this on for? Do I need to put any special screens on for landing?
Ah man, F-18 was not my thing, man.
What?
I don't know the F-18s. Maybe pretty sure know this.
From what I remember of the 18 special screens, just for like carrier landings, right?
Yeah.
No screens are required.
Right. Well, someone watch, because I'm about to hit the back of the deck.
Yeah, you try. You already get it working. I don't even know how you do that.
This is all I did when I was playing. I just like fucking around on the carrier.
Yeah. I think you just have to like activate the hook and just try it. I don't know.
The carrier landings are a pain to land on.
Oh, not your pain.
How long have you been here? Nice.
There we go. Hooked in. Go ahead and get these out. Ooh, he said that was a button. What button was it? Nope, that's not that. There's a button.
Was like the L, the lock, or locking.
I don't
You turned it. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Now it's down. Then you should lock it.
He said, "Wait 5 seconds." Oh, how do I push it in? How do I lock it?
Yeah, it was some key.
Ah, mouse wheel in.
Yeah, that is.
Okay. All right, anyone gonna kick off the Top Gun? To the danger zone. Oh wait, what's key for auto flap?
I don't remember.
You could. F-18
Maybe it's F. Should be F. F for flaps.
Don't know why flaps all the way down when I'm coming on carrier.
Maybe.
Thanks for help, guys.
I in the normal standard landing, you should do it like full flaps, but I don't know.
Yeah, carrier, because he drop it like a brick. Where the fuck are the flaps?
You are on auto flaps. The
How
left,
can you tell?
left. I near the red button. Red button. Yeah, flap auto. Full flaps. Yeah. These F-18s are crazy, man. If I do this with the with the other planes, it just cracks.
Hook down. Landing gear. Let's see. Alright. See, I don't know how to really gauge this. Oh, yeah, definitely need to bleed some airspeed.
If you have air brakes.
Yeah, they're just not popping up. First try.
Yeah. Like crazy, but okay.
First try.
What?
Nothing.
I don't know how to disengage. Maybe just disengage the hook or something.
This.
You're testing the air brake?
Yeah, it just wasn't coming up when I was trying to use it, and it was confusing me.
Yeah, the F-18 seems really easier than the other aircrafts.
It's so annoying. The fact that I have to I can't be open to put on weapons. It's raining, bro. You want a cockpit soaking wet?
Am I hooked in? No.
So take I'm going to Route 1 and I'm gonna go kick some butt.
Let me go restart my computer real quick.
So when that, I need to know how to gauge that thing that's telling me if I'm too high or too low. I don't know which one means what. I know the orange thing means I'm on like in the middle, but
You're saying like this, on the red there, on the left.
yeah, is that too high or too low?
That's too low. When you're on point, is the circle. Yeah. And too high, it's the green. Yeah, that is the green one.
Flaps down, flaps up. Alright. Green is what?
Green is high.
Yeah, it's saying I'm too low. But it's looking like I'm too high.
Yeah, you already have the gear down?
Yeah. Never put it up. Yeah, that's gotta be too high. Yeah, see? Yeah.
Yeah, now
Okay.
now it's working. Now it's working. Wasn't working right before.
I'm also coming at this at a terrible angle.
Whoa!
Long bolter! Don't you judge me.
No, it was.
Kidding.
That's okay. You didn't explode it, so it's nice.
I barely didn't explode. I'm pretty sure my wheels like barely got on there.
Any landing that you don't explode, it's a good landing.
Yeah. Like you don't crash, it's a good landing. I don't care if it looks like
You're
a
losing
crap.
speed. You're losing speed. Maybe the air brakes.
No, air brakes aren't up. I'm trying to do my camera. It's just not doing it.
Oh,
There it is.
it was beeping for
I
the
wish
speed.
the carrier was telling me too high, too high, too low, too low.
Oh, you
Yeah.
see the pop up, the ball thing?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I know, but it's like I want someone in my ear yelling that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're too far, it's not.
Jitter speed. Okay. Bring that back a little. Another horrible angle. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you doing, Jet? What's the Jet doing?
Tokyo Drift.
Second landing. What the fuck? What is that? Why am I reversing?
They are pulling the cables.
Is that?
Yeah, you can Can try to drop some bombs or something. We don't have bombs. How how's your fuel? Maybe you're getting out of fuel, or you are on like unlimited fuel, something like that. Yeah, it's you.
How much fuel do I have?
Yeah, you are out of fuel.
Huh?
It's beeping for your fuel voice, I think.
No.
No?
Yeah, because I could see it down there. That 4,500 down there is when I'm bingo. I'm at 87.
Okay. That was flashing home fuel, home fuel.
The Hornet likes to bitch about everything.
Alright, we ready for this approach? Anyone commentating?
I don't know.
Don't fuck up, there's my comment.
You got this.
But are you watching it?
Of course.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Man, it's so easy to make the turn with.
Yeah, I got FAPS, gear, everything down too.
Well, it's too easy this aircraft, man. Yeah, now that's a good one.
No, that was bad. You're supposed to hook like the third line.
Yeah, but realistically, anything that works works.
Yeah, I get you.
Not bad.
You bounced it a little bit, but it was a good one.
All day, just. Man, I'm wondering if I could probably actually just take this thing off from back there.
Yes, actually.
Alright, sending it. Let's watch the speed climb. $150 by the time I take off? Goddamn.
Gear, flaps.
No.
Yeah, he's just
Stay out.
he's just slowing it.
I don't know what the command for my flaps are, so I'm not fucking with it. I got it on joystick somewhere. I don't know what the buttons are.
Yeah.
And my hook's been down this entire time. I'm pretty sure his hook's wearing out.
I don't even know if they break.
It would be now. Boy, I've been landing.
Yes, you can break your hook.
Full power. Full power. Full power. power, power. Full power. Full power. Long bolter.
You
Yeah.
do know that you're coming in at a wrong angle, right?
You shut your mouth.
What? I'm just saying.
There's no
I'm
wrong
just
way to
saying.
recess.
No,
Wrong
the
angle.
the problem is that it is bouncing the front. You should try to get the rear. Should try to get the rear first. It's bouncing before you get the hook, so.
I don't even know the appropriate speed to like gently land this thing on there. I'm just freeballing it.
Oh no, it's
About
not.
180 is perfect.
Huh?
About 180 is perfect.
Yeah. I think you are alright with speed and, but it's bouncing. I don't know.
What it is you gotta pull up at the last second so that the ass hits first. That way the wires catch.
I'm not hitting that, so I'm not angling it well enough to do that. I'm having to nose into it to get it to land.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's ways around that. One of them is you can raise your flaps at the last second, and the ass will drop.
The shtick.
Another way is
That's what she said.
Here we good? Good.
Here we go.
a third way would be to hit your air brake and pull up a little bit, and the ass will sag.
Come on. Really long bolter.
That was way too fast, too.
180.
Oh, okay. It looked a lot faster.
Yeah. I think you have to approach 180, and when you get really like close, you just drop the to 150, let it touch like the back first.
Yeah. At 180, if you pull the flaps up, the ass of the plane will immediately start to drop because that's where the weight is.
Yeah, I think he's in full flaps or something.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you go full flaps, and as soon as the front of the deck clears the bottom of the HUD, you pull your flaps up, and you'll settle right down.
That's not a simulation.
That's how it works in real life, man. You change the geometry of the wing, you lose lift. The other thing you can do is hit the air brake, right? That'll slow you down, and because you're slower, you'll lose lift and you'll settle right onto the wire.
Why do you have a voice mod for sounding like a fucking pilot?
I think he's just sleepy, man.
I'm in a room with an echo, that might be why.
I was just saying, your voice is perfect. Power. Let's bring the nose down.
Do you have your air brake hotkey?
Yeah, I do. Just takes forever. Yeah, it takes forever for it to come up.
Yeah, try hitting it full air brake, and you can apply power to counteract the drag from it, and then at the last second just throttle down. As the nose clears the deck, throttle down, and you should drop right on the wire.
I want to get so good at this, I just do a fucking complete loop and just land right back on the carrier.
You can launch off of the Cats 1 or 2, go vertical, go upside down, inverted, back a mile or two, dive, come down, level out, and fucking put it right on a 3-wire.
Oh, I'm talking about full loop, not like
Yeah.
level it out and then land.
Well, you can't do a perfect circle because you'll be going at about a 45-degree angle when you impact the deck, so that's not possible.
But still, that's cool.
Let's bring up that power.
But you can basically shoot off the catapult, loop around and land, go straight up over the top of the carrier, come down and land in about 25 seconds.
Nice.
It works about every 5th time I do it.
You don't have the like a flight director for landing, like a landing mode.
Yeah, there's iOS. I have never used it, but it does work, and it exists.
Never use it.
No, I've never used it. I know it's there. I've read about it. I've seen videos. I have never used it. Why would you? I mean, who wants to hit a button and have the plane land itself? That's pointless.
Ah.
Yeah,
I was gonna smack the back of that deck.
Yeah, the whole point is to learn to be a pilot. I also have no idea what on-speed 8.
No, the flight director is good for like the approach, and then you just turn it off and land.
What the fuck is my flapscape?
The key is you got to remember, you got to get the back wheels. You got to touch down between the back wheels and the hook with the wires, right? Those back wheels are about 30 feet behind your pilot.
I think it's the F key. It's not the F key. Flaps.
Yeah, put it to auto.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to bind it so that you have a key for full down and full up on flaps.
I believe I do one of the toggles.
Also, something you should know. 2 things you should know. If you're new to the Hornet, obviously, right?
Might as well be.
All right. Well, I mean, because maybe not. There's a lot of people that fly that have never tried to land on a carrier, so I don't know. But so the flaps in the Hornet, or at least as far as DCS is concerned, don't just change the geometry of the wing. They actually change the way the flight computer controls the control surfaces and like the limits on what it's willing to do, depending on what position they're in. So, ooh, there you go. That should be a full snow.
Oh, it's
Was your hook
bounced.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it's the back is bouncing, so it bounces.
Is your hook working?
It's breaking the hook.
No, it's possible to rip a hook off and not even know it, and they'll say it's down, but there's no hook there.
Let's find out what the fuck my flap keys are.
Anyway, so yeah, the plane will fly very differently depending on the position of the flaps, and it's not just because of the geometry; it's because of what the flight computer does.
Alright, it's nothing on that.
And one more piece of information you may one day find useful. So every time you change flap position in the Hornet, it's like reloading a new flight program into the flight computer. So if your control surfaces ever get out of whack and the thing wants to like veer off or do some weird shit to you, simply resetting the trim in the flight computer isn't enough. You need to change the position of the flaps too before it'll fully like zero your controls.
Yeah.
Alright, well I'm running actually bingo on fuel. Or I'm getting close to it, so.
Alright, so you guys are at the carrier.
Yeah, just focus. Don't get experimental for now. Just focus on putting it down.
Fat Irish, is that you at the carrier?
Not on it. Will be.
Maybe you should turn on the ILS just to see if the indication on the left there is okay or something's wrong. Maybe your lights are just fucked up.
Master caution. Maybe I put so many dents in the deck, the fucking the aircraft carrier's like, you landed or blowing it up. Well, I'm not even getting indication by the carrier right now.
You gear down?
Yep.
That's weird. Maybe you broke something.
Whatever. I'm bringing it in. Need some airspeed here.
Oh, it's been a minute.
Didn't make that one.
Now it's on the deck.
I'm on the deck now.
There you go, just like an F-35 pilot. That was yeah, because they crashed one little while back.
Yeah.
Oh, so I don't. What's flaps under? What are flaps called?
Should just be the F key. So if you go into controls and just hit F, it should take you right to the controls for it.
And you should change on the left there for the F-18. We are in general. On the left, no, on the left, up left.
You need to be. Yeah, that or load into a Hornet, because if you do it now, you're going to get general controls.
Yeah, there. Yeah. Now you change it. Yeah, there. Auto, cycle down, cycle up.
Yeah, all my shit's already hotkeeyed, so I guess we need hotkey flaps. Shift F is full. Shift F is full. Actually, what other jets do I have?
Christine Eagle for the win.
Yeah, the A10 is easier.
No, it's not.
No?
I was gonna say easier for what?
You I don't know. For me, the A10 is easier. It's just slower.
It's easier, what, to taxi?
Oh, just for landing.
Is there no auto start for the A10?
What
Am
the
I already on fire?
What the fuck's that?
Left control home or something. Oh, you spawned. Wow. It knows you well. It's like, oh, you must want a broken aircraft. Let's load him into one that's already on fire, so he'll feel right at home.
Yeah, that's happening like every time on the servers. Who is shooting?
Oh.
Someone's shooting you.
Yeah, I saw tracers. That would be why.
What the fuck? You are blue and you have like a red on the side there.
I saw a big yellow tracer just come streaking at his engine.
Yeah. It's like a red, I don't know.
You can't spawn there.
Yeah. Like something from the Red Army on this on this airport. What the fuck?
Suppose you have the Harrier.
I do have the Harrier.
Okay.
Is auto start work on the A10?
Yeah, there's an auto start. I think it's like left control home or some shit. Just look it up in the controls real quick. Just type in a search for a start.
I know the start for the A10 if you wanna do it like everything.
No.
You know,
No.
the thing is, planes
Fuck
can be
it.
started in 30 to 60 seconds, but auto start takes forever.
Right Windows and home.
Mostly because everybody thinks you have to align the INS.
I don't have a right Windows key here.
Oh, that's not a cheat start. That's start procedure, right? Windows home.
I don't have right Windows. I only have left Windows. Maybe that's why it don't work for me.
Apparently that wasn't it. Because I'm doing it. Nothing.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you can change the key by
it's not hard to do it like manually. It's just a couple of keys.
Your whore mouse.
You just have to turn on the APU and turn on the computers, and then you can turn on the engines, and you're ready to go.
And for God's sakes, whatever you do, do not sit there and align the INS.
Yeah, you're ready in the auto start.
When it gets to the INS portion, just flip the switch to IFA.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, so I'll explain. So basically, there's a lot of new people, they don't understand avionics. So INS is inertial navigation system. It's a series of gyros that spin for like 10 minutes so they figure out if they've moved or not. It's used to aim weapons and things, right? It's like the plane's way of knowing where it is, sort of the way your cell phone knows if you're moving it up, down, or flipping it over, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so to avoid the 10 to 15 minute alignment procedure and having to put in the north and easting coordinates along with the altitude and barometric air pressure and all that shit to make the system work, the government spent billions of dollars putting up a satellite system. You may have heard of it. It's called GPS. So, it's funny shit. These fucking millennials. Okay, so the government doesn't call it GPS. In the context of planes, it's called IFA, in-flight alignment. It takes a measurement every 10 seconds. However, before it will do that, you have to travel a couple hundred yards.
Yes, that's it.
So you tell somebody, oh, turn it to IFA, it'll align. No, it won't. See, I've been sitting there for 30 minutes. It doesn't align. You don't know what you're talking about. It's like, yeah, you have to move 300 yards first.
I just aligned the horizontal there, the left one. It's the only one you have to align before. So you align that left one, like virtual horizon, and you're good to go. But that's
shit. Just flip it to IFA. It'll use GPS. After you roll 300 yards, it'll take a fucking measurement.
Yeah. But it's like 5 seconds. It's not like you have to align it like just.
Okay. Well, whatever. Okay, as long as it's not the 10 to 12 minutes. Like
No. It's like 5 seconds. You just align it there and you turn it to the GPS and it's all fine.
Because apparently the version of the Tomcat, or at least the A model that's in this game, you got to wait the full 10 or 12 minutes.
How come I can't load any
No,
buttons?
yeah, that's shit. 10 minutes is shit. You can't land anything?
I'm right clicking and nothing's popping out in the extra menu.
Oh, it's been a minute.
It's not finished with the start. Just wait some.
Yeah, if like your ground crew can only do one thing at a time, so.
Is still.
Like, if you tell them to fuel and rearm, they won't rearm till they're done fueling.
Yeah, you have to wait the start And the A10, it's one that you can like rearm with the engines on, because there are some planes that if the engines are on, they don't rearm.
Yeah, the Flaming Cliffs 3 models for some reason, I guess because they want to punish people.
Oh, dude, you know how to fly the Harrier?
That's my main plane, yeah.
Oh, dude, I should get in there and let you laugh at me.
Well, you know what? To be honest, what I found about the Harrier, my personal opinion, been flying it for about 11 months now. The reason people have a hard time with it is their technique. It's not that they lack the pilot skills. Well, yeah. See, it's all about how you do it. Like for the longest time, I was using two buttons to control the vents. That doesn't work. You need an axis or a knob.
Yeah.
It has to be that, or they won't move fast enough, which means you can't use them to correct a fuck up.
Yeah, the Harrier is so manual. Don't have the computers to help you.
It doesn't. There's a yaw damper and a pitch damper and all this other stuff, but it's like old world, it's not like fly-by-wire.
Yeah.
It's an actual airplane. You need pilot skills, yes.
Yeah, and if you pop past the safe point, it's over. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, that depends, man. Well, hold on. So that depends. You would be fucking surprised.
Loaded the fuck down. Look at him.
Yeah, I like to do this.
Oh, dude, he's in the Russian fucking A10.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Su-25. Yeah, that thing's a fucking flying tank.
Yeah, that's no A10.
The Su-25 is great. Everyone just say shit about it, but it's great. It's a great plane.
It's actually superior to the A10 in speed.
You shut your whore fucking mouth. I will Will Smith the shit out of you.
The big guns are coming out. That's not good.
Keep my A10 the fuck out of your mouth.
Hey, does anybody find it ironic that, if Chris Rock had fucked his wife, he'd be cool with that, but he said some shit about her fucking hair, and I gotta beat him up.
Yeah, that shit was like really weird.
And then I saw their son's head was shaved too, and I'm like, oh, isn't that special? He's fucking trying to support mom.
Alright, why isn't these menus popping up?
I don't know, man. Try to move a little bit. Try again.
Load out. Let's load out.
Scotty.
Yeah.
Wait, wrong person. Sorry. Sorry.
Me?
Who's the person on the carrier?
Was we had me and the other one that got auto.
Who's the person trying to learn the 18?
Well, I was on there. Now I'm in an A10.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna suggest that we fly together, but you're in a solo planes. Well,
you guys could taxi in formation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could.
Channel taxi with the best of them. As long as it doesn't hit grass, you're fine. Because if it does, you're
really. Plus, A10 has a backup feature.
Yeah, the A10 is better for bombing, but
bring your fast ass in front of my cannon.
Wait, A10 has a backup feature.
Huh?
Wait, you said the A10 has what?
Yeah.
I would love someone to actually.
Yes, A10 has a reverse button.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's the gun.
it's the gun.
It took you that long to figure that out.
Dude, you could land on the carrier, no fucking problem with that cannon. The gun produces more thrust than the engine.
In Flight Simulator, look, check it out. In Flight Simulator, when you're flying an airliner, you can actually get a pushback from the gate and shit like that. They should have that in DCS.
Yeah.
There's two reasons I don't. There's two reasons I don't fly the A10, besides the fact that it's so goddamn slow. Number one reason is if you ever get on the grass, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Right?
Unless you use the reverse feature.
And I don't know why it is, because they have big wheels. I don't know why they stop in grass, because they have big wheels. And why stop in grass?
No, in real life, I've seen one land on dirt and take off on dirt.
Yeah, they have big wheels for that. Don't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. So, whatever. The plane is designed to land on rough surfaces, on dirt, on grass, stuff like that. That's why they put the engines where they did and up high like they did.
I think this fucker's rearming for whatever goddamn reason. Whatever. Does it have guns? I feel like it already has guns. How do I?
It is a fucking gun. What are you talking about?
You can.
How do I see where my gun?
You are the gun.
You can try to move a little bit and go back and try to rearm again. Sometimes that works.
The 7 key will cycle through the different gun sights and show you how much ammo's aboard.
Yeah, you can use the SMS on the left bottom. The SMS. Oh, the CDU, the computer. The screen. Yeah, the SMS, the bottom left. Second one.
Nobody knows what SMS is. As far as I'm concerned, it's texting.
Yeah, the SMS.
I don't know what to do.
The second one, the bottom.
What?
You are on TED. You are selected TED. You're seeing that? TED. Yeah, this one. Yeah, you have 1,000 ammunition. Combat mix. It's weapon off. You have to do the master arm and turn all these knobs. You turn to arm. Up. Everything up. Now it's on.
Where are you guys? Oh.
It's not. I just pulled the trigger. Nothing happened.
Yeah, because you're on the ground, so they don't let you.
You're at Novorossiysk.
You have to do some override or something. I don't remember now.
Where's the airfield? Right or left?
You're on it. I know I'm fucking with you. Where's the airport?
Right in front of you.
Press F10. I just do a.
About to take off. I know you're not supposed to, but I swear to God, this is like I'm about to take off from here.
Dude, if you got the room, do it.
Yeah, you can. You can take off from there.
Lego against the rules.
If there's server rules, that's another thing. If they'll auto ban you or something, but as a Harrier pilot, I like runways. I think they're a waste of time.
No, I don't think. No, I don't think they're auto bans, but it is against server rules.
And one thing I don't know if you. Well, you seem to like the A10, right? You like the A10, so you know that the HUD is like cricket. You have to keep moving the vision light, the head left, right, to see things.
Oh boy.
Like an old warbird.
Yeah.
Isn't the grass immediate? You put this on the grass, it's not moving, right?
Correct. It'll get stuck. As long as you keep it moving, it'll be fine. But if you slow down beyond a certain point, it's time to respawn.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Where on earth?
It's because it lacks the power to break itself loose. Even when it's like out of fucking fuel and it has no weapons, it just doesn't have the power to push over the dirt.
Air to
air.
Go air to ground.
Air to ground.
I believe the M key.
Yeah, now you are in guns. Now you are CACRP. Navigation.
Yeah, holding the M key will put you in air-to-air mode. Otherwise, you're always in air-to-ground mode.
It was saying there that it says weapons off though. Why are weapons off?
Because you are on the ground.
When there's weight on wheels, radars don't work. Certain gun systems and missiles and rockets won't work.
What if I need the reverse?
There is no reverse.
Yes, there is. Master Armand, gun, pull trigger.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's right. A10. Yeah, there is an override button for the gun on the ground, supposedly.
Yeah. There is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but
Well. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I don't know because I've never flown the A10 like ever.
I've got buddies that
You
do,
have-
and they tell me that you can fire the gun on the ground. Used to be able to in the Harrier too, but they took the feature out.
Aw. There should be no safeties on like any plane. Well,
Yeah,
that'd be a bad idea.
Override it. I agree, man. I used to land behind a building and then taxi around behind like a vehicle and shoot it up in the Harrier on the ground, like taxi up.
Bumpiest fucking road ever. Jesus Christ.
Is it possible to like? Is it possible with the guns on the Harrier to like hover and get a gun kill while hovering on a vehicle? That'd be cool.
Yes and no. So you can't have the flaps down beyond 25 degrees, and you can't have the vents down beyond 40 degrees. So basically, you've got to aim at your target and then fucking flip the vents up while holding the trigger, and then flip the vents down before you fucking lose altitude. But it is possible.
All right, weapons are still off. What's the problem?
you don't have any weapon selected, so it's all off.
How do I select?
Press M for gun. CCIP, yeah, just cycle. Nav, guns. Yeah. Now you are on guns.
Weapons off though.
Yes. Yeah, the master zone is all up.
And the gun pack has to be armed as well.
Yeah, it's armed.
Oh, is it gun arm or gun pack arm?
The gun pack is just a stabilization system. The gun itself is a separate weapon system.
Yeah. You can try to go to the TGP on the right.
Guns on.
Yeah, now it's done. Don't know what you did, but it's on now.
Am I in air to ground or am I in air to air?
It doesn't matter for the gun.
It would say it across your HUD, and you'd be hearing the growl of a Sidewinder. The plane is an air to ground, basically only plane, so it's always in air to ground mode.
Yeah.
Where's the bullet thing that's telling me where those bullets are gonna hit?
There are several gun sites.
You have to change to gun. Yeah.
Where's the tracers?
Press them again. You have to
do a flyby over your guys' airfield.
Yeah,
CCIP. You have to see the gun. Have to say gun on the HUD. Nav gun. Yeah, now it's in the gun. Now you change it. No. It's CCIP. CCIP is for bombs. You have to keep it on gun.
I'm changing. Yeah, I did. And then I changed it to stat. I didn't do that.
Oh.
They put it to CCIP.
What the fuck? Yeah, it's changed to CCIP. I don't know why.
Reactive.
Well, anyways, just be aware there are several different gun sites, and they are for different purposes.
Yeah.
Am I firing blanks? I feel like I should be seeing tracers. I'm not seeing tracers.
No, you're probably using DU rounds, which don't have tracers.
Yeah,
Where's
I
the
don't have.
thing that tells me where the bullets are fucking going?
The little reticle in front of you, there should be like 3 dots, well, 2 lines and a dot. Well, 2 lines and 2 dots on that site. So
Are you looking?
I-
See?
Hold on, so right now you're running combat mix because there's like 5 or 6 different types of ammo you can load in this thing, right? So the combat mix has 2 different weights of 30mm bullets. So you have 2 dots, 2 aim points on that site.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you don't have trace.
Is that it right there where I'm looking? Those 2 dots right there?
Yes, exactly. The lower one is going to be the, I believe, the DU rounds because they're heavier. They're going to fall short. And the upper one would be your HE rounds. They're going to go a little bit further. Just like, I don't know if you've shot real guns, but different weights of bullets land in different places.
You have
I just put a bunch into that building up.
you have some options on the TGP as well, don't you? I don't remember that. I don't use the gun.
Keep in mind when you dump 500 rounds into a tank, it only takes 1 or 2 bullets to kill it, and basically if one hits, many will hit.
Yeah, just go. Oh, there's red over there. I'm probably gonna die, but let's do it.
There's the ground.
Am I flying too fast?
In an A10. Not possible.
Well, it's just this bullet tracer thing's so elevated.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, whatever, but it's not always accurate until the little clock inside that circle starts winding down, right?
Using combat mix ammunition.
Like you'll notice as you approach the ground or a target that you have that thing that starts to unwind. So that represents, I think the default is 4,000 yards.
Those aren't tanks.
TGP.
Well, whatever.
Towers.
Yeah, well, it'll kill them. So.
Not timed out will be displayed before the TGP powers on.
How many bullets I got left?
Operation when the
250.
Interest. Forward long.
Yeah, you can use the TGP for help on the gun as well. So.
Free flare as to change mode. Look.
Can I kill a building?
Not really. I mean, it's not going to explode or anything.
Comment.
If it's like an outpost, if it's a quote-unquote red building, yes. If it's a neutral building, it's not going to register anything, like when you drop a bomb on it or whatever.
Jesus Christ, this thing will fucking bank with those aliens.
Oh, dude, it's an incredible dogfighter.
What, that A10?
Yeah, because it turns, it can sustain a very fast rate of turn, and it has a very slow stall speed.
My God. Alright, I just did something here.
To even get behind it to take a missile shot at it, you risk off.
I fucked up. I fucking put it into a tailspin.
Yeah.
That's hard to do with the A10, man.
But yeah, it is unwise to attempt to go after an A10 in combat.
Yeah.
You're using like a ram. If you're trying to dogfight with them, it's a bad idea.
What's an F-14A and an F-14B?
The A model's the original with the shitty engines that constantly stall and flame out and throw you into a tailspin and killed goose. And the B has F-16 engines.
So use B, got it.
Yeah, the F-16 and the F-14B and 1 or 2 other planes all use the Pratt & Whitney F-110 turbofan, blah, 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 blah. Fucking awesome kick-ass Mach 2 engine.
It's A for S and B for better.
Exactly. No, you know, they work differently though too, right? Like they have different power ratings at different altitudes between A and the B. There is a difference, but the B is a better dogfighter for sure.
My buddy apparently was friends with the guy that voiced rear Autopilot.
Oh no shit! Like the Jester.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Well, when you see your buddy, tell him to punch the dude in the face. Everybody hates Jester. I had the motherfucker punch out on me the other day. I was fucking around with the gun. I never fly the F-14. I was just kind of playing with it because I bought the module a long time ago and just never use it, right? I was just fucking around shooting ground targets. The motherfucker just punched out on me for no reason.
All right, you're gonna tell me how to find a fucking aircraft air fueler, and we're gonna do this.
Yeah, in about another year.
Let's do it. No, we're doing that now.
Listen, I've been playing DCS for 11 months, and I was just able to air-to-air refuel. And I don't just mean
just teach me. Give me to the air fueler and the button to fucking get the thing out. I'll figure out the rest.
Now the probe switch is on your left, down by your left ass cheek somewhere, I believe.
What?
I don't know the F-14. That's it. I basically had to watch a video just to be able to figure out how to turn the gun on.
Yeah. Why are you trying this on the F-14?
I landed it on a carrier twice, and that's it. That's all I know.
Oh, someone just spawned a fucking Mustang on the fucking enemy tarp.
You're trying the tanker refuel on the F-14? Just like I think it's the hardest one, this one. You already tried to roll and just fuck the wings up? I already seen that
Yeah, dude. That particular plane is not an easy airplane.
I know.
In fact, it's so difficult it literally requires 2 men.
Fine.
It's like a 2-person
I'm
job.
just saying it's not for beginners, that's all.
It's 2-man job. I saw like a video from.
No, it literally is though, because you can't just flip some switches and start. You got to go to the back seat and do a bunch of stuff too.
Yeah.
Like a pilot alone cannot turn the plane on and get it airborne.
Yeah, you need 2 men to flip everything on and check the systems.
Can a Harrier do air refuel?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it's difficult. All air refueling is difficult.
I'm not. All right, what's the Harrier? What's the abbreviation for that Harrier?
This one.
What?
88. This is 88. It's not the 88. AV88. It's not that.
AV8, as in
aviation. AVAB. I think it's this one.
Aviate, like to fly, to aviate. And this particular model is the AV8B2, as opposed to the 2 Plus, which has radar, which we were promised, but they never gave us.
Yeah. I see.
I know they made it.
Yeah, I see. Everyone's like, this one. Everyone is like, this is missing. That's missing. But I think
Arnold Schwarzenegger the shit out of this.
Yeah, I think that's on purpose because they can't do it like everything, and maybe they are not allowed to do everything.
I don't know what the deal is. I don't understand why, but I mean, the version that the Marines use, the one that's so popular.
Yeah, but they have problems with. I think they have like Russian people working on the projects. So.
Well, from what I can tell, I've seen video of the Harrier flying around with the F-18 radar up and working, which is exactly what the Harrier 2 Plus has. So.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that like the government don't let them like grab the specifications. Yeah, it's because
why don't they let us have AC-130?
They have like Russians on the things, and they don't want the Russians to know how that things works and that kind of shit.
Okay, but
what's the Russians gonna do with it? They can't even defeat farmers.
Hold on. First of all, let's
That's true, but okay.
It's because they're all a bunch of fucking drunks, man. Listen, if the F-18 radar system is already incorporated into the game, I don't understand. It's a simple matter of copy-paste a line of code to say, show this model of radar in this module.
Yeah. For coding, it's just like add something and put the screens, and okay, it's okay. Put
Yeah,
up.
the British version of the Harrier has a different radar, but the American, the Marine Corps version, the AV-2 Plus, has the APG-73, which is the exact same radar from the F-18.
It's like
Alright.
I see some things on the DCS that is like people are like picking like, oh, they don't have this, they don't have that, but they want like everything perfect. So like if they put the radar and they don't put it in the right place and you got shot and something don't works as expected and don't stop working or something, they bitching about it.
Dude,
That's
the pilot is legitimately sitting in front of a massive turbine engine.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this plane is like that.
It's one of the loudest planes in the world, too, by the way.
Really?
It's also very small. It's about the size of a human. In fact, I think the
fucking
human
loud.
Well, because that massive engine and the 4 vents are right next to,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, and it's a single engine to do everything. So it's
also inside just behind the engine, there's a giant pressure vessel that basically captures all the exhaust and saves it. It's under massive amounts of pressure, and then it vents it through those vents. So it's unlike a regular jet engine that just blasts its shit right out the front and focuses the sound backwards. The Harrier sort of saves it.
yeah.
Oh, turbine spinning.
Now you got to remove the wheel chucks.
I'm taking off from here.
Not with those wheel chucks. You can't go straight up with wheel chucks or with a full load of fuel.
What?
Yeah, its thrust to weight ratio is like 1.010.
Yeah.
It
Shit.
basically, yeah. I mean, it does have a greater than 1-to-1 thrust weight to ratio. Otherwise, it couldn't lift straight up, but it can't do it with a full load of fuel. The plane carries more gas than it actually weighs. Same with.
I think the F-35 is just like killing the Harrier, right? They don't use it anymore.
Yeah, they retired all the Harriers. Dude, the Ukraine could use those Harriers so bad right now. That would be the perfect aircraft right now.
Yeah, but they maybe like
drones are doing the trick.
Yeah, but maybe they are just like thrown off. They don't even work anymore.
Alright, auto start complete. Okay.
Oh, and another point of fact.
Why can't I call the ground crew?
Yeah.
If your engine's not on and your cockpit's closed, you can't.
Yeah, so they won't remove the chalk while the engine's on?
No, yeah, they will. Just bring up the radio menu, click ground crew, wheel chocks, and then remove.
It's all grade.
It's that doesn't matter. That just means you're on the wrong radio frequency. But once the engine's on and you have electrical, you have a direct line to them.
Okay. All right, how do I move those vents?
So there's a key binding for them, and you would be wise to bind them to an axis, something that rolls, like a roller bar or a slider, something other than a button. The reason why is the button won't move them at full speed, and so you'll have times when you need to aim them down quick, but you won't be able to get them down quick enough.
Yeah, you have to position them.
Yeah, what kind of joystick do you have? Because really the best place to put it is on your thumb or your index finger. What do you have?
16,000.
Yeah, I don't know this.
Yeah, that has a roller, but it's on the pinky, I think. Yeah, you're probably going to have to use that index finger then. It's not a good stick for the Harrier. It'll work though. I had an X-52, and like I said, but that had some rollers.
It's controlling. Wow, I can fly. It's set up to this is the index finger controlling this.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
You have
why it's best if you have a roller on the thumb. If you want to have really precise control, you need a roller on the thumb. But you can adapt to just about anything. I learned to fly it that way by controlling it with my index finger.
you have a joystick on the index of the throttle?
Up, the throttle stick's not even working.
Oh shit. You have to
Yeah,
map.
it's probably defaulted to something weird. But yeah, on that stick, there's like an access hat thing on the index finger on the front of the throttle.
I do like that it has this going on.
Define this going on.
Looking around with my toggles, I got 3 toggles set to looking around.
Yeah, that plane is fucking excellent for ground attack. It actually carries more bombs than pretty much everything else in the game. Which is funny because it's so light and small, but it'll carry like 12 fucking bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. You know what? It's fucking bedtime anyways. Just do this for tomorrow.
If you want to get airborne with it quick, your best bet is to just go into instant action. You'll spawn in the air.
Yeah, I don't, but my thruster isn't even keybinding shit. I'm not fucking with it.
Yeah, but you know, it'll be in forward flight. You can just, well, whatever, either way. The Harrier is an awesome plane. It's just not very fast compared to like the F-18 or the F-16 or pretty much any of the F designated planes.
Well, I will be on tomorrow if you guys want to watch me fuck up.
Okay.
Cool deal.
I will log in too.
Tomorrow.
I can log in. I just don't have all these modules. I have only the FC3 and I have the A10 on trial. I didn't like it.
You can get, you guys know you can get any of these modules on a 2-week trial for free, right? Off the website.
Yeah. I got the F10, the A10 for trial, and I was just like trying it out, but I didn't like it. It's just low. It's just low.
Yeah, that's if you know the problem with the A10 and helicopters is by the time you get to the fight, like the F-16s and F-18s have already been there.
Yeah, especially in online battles and everything. It's just like,
yeah, and particularly with helicopters, you show up to find a bunch of smoldering corpses of tanks and trucks. You know.
Yeah. The 25, the Su-25 it's quick. You know, you can go up and like 6,000 knots, and you get there fast. But I don't know. I didn't like it. It's too complicated, it's too much computers, and it's easier to drop the bombs, but it's just easier to drop the bombs. But before drop the bombs, you have like program everything and set everything, and yeah, it's just the Su-25, you just turn it on and go there and drop the bombs.
Yeah, it's simplified, but like, you know, I mean, it's a sim, not a game, so it's gonna be complicated.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, the A10 is like I think it's the most perfect one they did. Just that's why they have like the HOTAs and everything for the Trustmaster has this the A10 HOTAs and everything.
All of these modules are good. It's just that, like, you know, at first glance they seem like they're not good, or they seem like they're weird. You got to like tune the flight controls. You got to like find all your keys and test them out and get used to them. You know, it takes time to learn. I mean,
yeah, and the A10 is like you can't like dogfight with the A10. Everything is better than the A10 on the air. It's just
okay. Look,
So if pretty much any plane comes after you, though, you have a superior turn rate. The only thing is you're limited to heat-seeking missiles, you know.
Yeah.
But the A-10 has a superior gun with superior range compared to every other aircraft. And Fox 2s are Fox 2s. They're pretty much all the same. They're pretty equal. There isn't one that's better than another. I know people bitch about the AIM-9X sometimes, but of course it's going to miss here and there when you're fucking shooting at weird angles.
Yeah. Yeah, but I just noticed that if you have an A10 behind you, you just go up and left, and they are fucked. Yeah, they can't get you.
Well, that depends on the pilot, man. If they're good enough to turn around, they have a helmet-mounted sight, and I believe they can fire AIM-9Xs. So basically, if you get anywhere from the side of them to the front, they can shoot you. End of story.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the gun, yeah, forget it, dude. One round from their gun and you're done. One round.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
have 1,000.
Yeah, but they have to like reach you, man. They have to like.
Well, see, my whole thing, my thing is when I learn a plane, right? I start out learning the gun, and then I learn other like free fall bombs and stuff like that, right? You have to learn every weapon system is its own animal.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to learn, right? And everybody should start by learning to use the gun.
Yeah, I tried with a friend. Like he was on the A10 and I was on the 25, just for fun. And we like find out that if you have the 25 with like just not full loaded and with too much heavy stuff, you can just throttle 100% and go up and bank left, and the A10 can't keep up. And if you can't hit like one Fox 2 or something quick, you're fucked. The 25 is gonna take over and get behind the A10,
Yeah,
and
but
you're fucked.
okay, but check this out. The A10 doesn't need to outturn you. It actually can, just not in the vertical, right?
Yeah, yeah, in the vertical. The vertical, it just don't have power. Right? So
Yeah, but it doesn't need to go straight up because you can turn on the helmet-mounted sight, select your
yeah.
Fox missiles, just look at the dude and pull the trigger, and he's dead. End of story. The aircraft itself doesn't need to go up with you. It just needs the pilot just has to look at you, and you're dead.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like I said, if you can like escape the first like 2 missiles, you escape from them, then the A10 is fucked because they just like carry like 4. They have 4 air-to-air.
You should only need 1, and it has 250 flares, man. Like, how the
Yeah.
hell are you getting hit when you have 250 flares?
Yeah. No, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But we tried everything, and with the 25 and with the F-15 and I think the F-15 and the Sukhois, like the 27, the 33, and yeah, the A-10 it have a pretty strong defense. It's a pretty strong defense, but if you
it's all tactics, man. It's all tactics. You know, it's knowing your plane strength and the other guy's weaknesses. You know.
Yeah, it's the tactics. Like I said, if you know you see it's and you know it's an A10, okay, you already know what you have to do. You have to like try to escape the missiles, and you escape the first 2, and you know it has like 2 more and it's over. Yeah. So if you have a good way to know and situation awareness, and maybe you are like 2 fighters versus 1 A10, it's not a good place to be. You're really fucked because you are just slow, and the slow thing is how you gonna get out of there? You only have the option, like you said, you have 4 missiles, and you have to like make sure that every one of them is gonna hit. Because if you don't hit them, you are fucked. So you don't have the speed to get out of there. So everyone is like, oh, on A10, let's just play around with it, and when he don't have anything more, just kill it.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? If you're in range, so
Yeah. Yeah, or maybe if you catch it, like they don't see you. If they don't see you get back.
Yeah, if they
they're
don't see
fucked.
you, of course, you have the advantage. But if they do see you, then it's all about your pilot skills, knowing what to do or how to get out of the quote unquote missile envelope. What you want to do is you want to put them a beam. You want to put them on the side of you, and when they fire, you want to dump a bunch of flares and throttle down, and then their missile will go after your flares instead of you.
Yeah. You have to do the defense.
Yeah, or put flares between you and them so that the flares are closer and therefore hotter and brighter.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they are great. Like I said, they are the great planes. They have a great defense and a great bombing offense. But like the dogfights and everything, it's like they have to hit you. If they don't hit you, they are fucked. They don't have what to do.
Of course. Yeah, of course. And then the other thing is too, like I said, the plane doesn't have to follow you up into the vertical. All it needs to do is have the pilot look at you with the helmet mounted sight and fire a missile at you.
Yeah, but like I said, if you do the loop, you go vertical and you do the loop, you hit it from like top down, but like from behind, and they can't hit you there. So you have the blind spot and everything. It's really hard. It's really hard.
When somebody goes vertical on you, you can pull up quickly and try to get them with the gun too. Like I said, it depends on how good you are with the gun.
Yeah, but you have to be expecting that, and you have to be like with the gun quick, and like I said,
it takes skill for sure, and skill can be helped by having the right equipment. Having a good HOTAS makes a big difference.
Yeah, it's like I said, this is why they have like a good mod, and they have like a special HOTAS for them, and that all helps the disadvantage of having a slow plane. So you are in a slow plane, what you gonna do? You have to have every button possible and have everything possible to help you. Like if I find something, and I have all the help I need. So maybe
the key thing, check this out. The key thing about every dogfight is this, right? So unless you're going to pop them from miles and miles away with a radar missile, if you're talking about Fox 2, like a dogfight, right? Close in, 5 miles or less, right?
Yeah.
No matter how fast or powerful their aircraft, it has to come down to your altitude and your speed to be able to shoot you. To have any good chance. So it really doesn't matter. Like, say he's in an F-15, that's like a Mach 2 fighter with like BVR capability. It's not going to matter against an A-10 because he can't go Mach 2 or he's going to overshoot you. And if you overshoot somebody, you're going to end up getting shot from behind, right? So, you know what I'm saying? So what matters in that case is turn rate and, of course, tactics.
Yeah. Like I said, you have to go up, and then you have to turn down left, and you bang down again, and you get in like from behind, and because when they try to go up with you, they don't have the power, so they have to go back.
They don't need to go up. All they have to do is send a missile up.
Yeah. They have just to point and send a missile, but you're already turning then. Yeah, like you said, you just flare and keep flaring, and they're gonna miss the first missiles, and you go back and behind, and it's over.
Well, yeah, if they're flaring, then you shouldn't even bother with the missile, because the only time that they can be flaring and you can successfully hit them with a Fox 2, a heat seeker, is if you're shooting them from the front. And that's because the flares are further away and therefore not as visible to the missile.
Yeah.
But in that case, that gun, that's where that gun with its 2-mile range comes in handy.
Yeah. The gun is it's really dangerous. You have to keep like, and the gun, when they fire, they just like lose some stability, and they just can't shoot everyone.
There's a stabilizer system for it. The gun pack can be put in a mode where it won't move the plane.
Yeah. It's now with the version, the 2 version, have like the computers. I don't know if they trimmed dream the hell out of the plane or something.
That's exactly what it does.
Seems to be like a auto dream, and when you get they said like you have like two-stage trigger. So the two-stage trigger, you have the first stage, it activates the auto trim, and the second stage is fire. So you have done some auto trimming before, so when you should is expecting that.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've seen A-10 pilots take down every manner of F-18, F-16, MiG, whatever. It is possible. You just gotta like be good at it.
Yeah, you have to be, as like I said, you have to be expecting that. Like, I'm gonna stay with the gun active and looking for some fighter jets and be alert and something like that, and knowing that. Yeah.
Your gun, you should always have the ability to hit a key and it'll instantly go into gun mode. And same thing with missiles too, because when the opportunity to shoot comes along, it's not going to hang around forever. You're only going to have a second or a half a second to make the decision.
Yeah. You have to decide if you're going to be to fox through a gun or something like that. And it's quick, man. Like I said, if you know that you're gonna like search for an A10 and you're focused on it, then no, we have like 3 A10s in this region, this area, and you're going there. You know what you have to do. So if they are not expecting you, they're fucked, man. Because you can come from behind, you can do some crazy loops shit and evade the first fox shoes, and they don't have much to do. You can just run away and come back and you can do like 3 times and don't get hit. It's really a bad time for the A10s if they are alone. Principally, if they are alone. If you're like you have 2 or 3 A10s, that's dangerous. That's really you don't have much choice there. You have to go away.
One of them is going to get a shot in on you.
Yeah, if you have like 2 like locking on you, and you it's really hard to get away from everyone.
That's the whole purpose of a wingman, is that you can spread out to where if you go after number 2, number 1 will come after you. If you go after number 1, number 2 comes after you.
Yeah. Then you're fucked, because you can do the turns and you're evading one, but the other one is like doing I don't know, bigger circle or something to get you from like from behind or something.
If they're smart, they're on the radio with each other, and when one of them realizes you're going after him, the other guy will coordinate an attack and they'll lure you into a bad position.
Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. But that's fine. That's fine. I like the A10 for bombing. Like I said, it's easier for bombing, but everything else is like hard.
It's kind of slow is the thing, but it does carry a very wide variety of bombs, and it carries a lot of them. So
yeah, the rest is weird. For me to learn like landing, and everything else is like I don't know. You land at like 180, 200. You land fast speeds, and the A10 is like 150 or something like that. It's really slow.
Just flaps. You gotta flaps and air brakes, man.
Yeah, it's really slow. If you are like on 150 and you're waiting for to drop and it don't drop, and you pull over and it goes up, and you, what the fuck is this place doing?
Well, yeah, because depending on your weight and what your weight, meaning how much fuel, how much weapons you have, et cetera, it's going to fly differently. So you have to adjust for that.
Hey, it has so much.
For instance, when it's out of fuel, the damn thing doesn't want to land. Like when it's below 2,000 pounds of fuel, fuck, dude, you have to like no flaps, air brake out, Like,
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to stall it onto the runway.
It has.
does not want to. It goes from like wanting to fly to dropping out of the sky instantly. So.
Yeah, it had like a. You feel like too much wing. You have too much wing, so you have to turn off flaps, and you have to land like a weird thing. Yeah. I had tried the A10 with like you said, like half fuel and no bombs and anything, no nothing. And you try to land, you have to land with no flaps, with everything off, air brakes.
Air brake out, fucking take your boot and fucking fill it with fucking sand and fucking throw it out with the shoelace attached like a damn anchor. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous.
It's like a planner, like it's not. Don't need even don't need no engines and everything. You can like turn off the engines and do all the approach with no engines. It's really weird.
You have to throttle down completely and basically glide it. The other option is like what the F-16s have to do to land is they basically air brake it. They come in at a high angle of attack, so they're pitched back.
Mm-hmm.
And with the engine down at idle, and they sort of glide it in, and that's basically what you have to do because the thing is all fucking wing.
It's too much wing.
You know, the A10. Yeah, exactly.
They put too much wing because they have like a slow plane and they need like a lot of weight.
I don't know too much wing. I mean, the thing is, right, is that thing carries, I don't even know, like what.
Is the wing needed for the weight, for the bombs, for the fuel?
When they're not there, it's just like, wow, this fucking thing doesn't want to fucking land, man.
Yeah, I just like the first like 10 tries, like half of them I touched the ground, touched the runway, and they bounce. They just bounce. You touch the ground, bounce, and they start flying again. What the fuck, man? I don't have even engines.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would suggest I call it playing the how slow can we go game, because that's basically what you got to do. When you're that light, you got to try to see how fucking slow can I come in.
Yeah, if you have like any like almost no fuel and no guns and no ammunition and no bombs, I tried like 120 knots for landing. It's very, very, very slow. It's like the runway you never get to the runway. You keep looking and the runway is there, the runway is there, the runway is there, the runway is there. It's never get to it.
It goes on forever, exactly.
It's like you're like taxing to land.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But
anyways, all right, I gotta take off on you. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Nice talk.
Good night. Nice talk.
All right. See you.